TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, a Tuesday evening in Augusta, Illinois. Southeastern Lady Sons Volleyball as they play host to the United Red Storm. 16-9 in set one. Southeastern is ahead. Kid Friends joining you guys tonight. Apologies for the slight delays in this JV matchup tonight. But this is set number one, 16-9, Southeastern in front. We're on the Red Storm's end right now. Now back on the Southeastern. From the left outside, the attack towards the back row. And this attack goes wide to the left. That coming from Natalie Poston. And it's 17-9. Lady Sons in front. Do we have a switching issue here? A position violation or rotation issue, I should say? Might be a possibility. Regardless, it's a point for Southeastern. 18-9 the score. Back to serve Jaden Miller for Southeastern. Again, 18-9, set number one for Southeastern. The Lady Sons in front, the JV match right now, set number one. Soft attack towards the back row for Southeastern. The left outside, out of bounds. And side out, Red Storm, 18-10. Back to serve, Harper Hall, the libero. Goes right into the net, side out Lady Sons, 19-10. Delayed stoppage right now. But 19-10, Southeastern in front in this first set. And now we're ready to resume action. Our Aubrey Houston is ready to serve. The officials are ready to resume action. And off we go. 19-10 the score. There's a great attack there. It's going to lead to a kill for the United Red Storm. That was Maddie Edwards in the middle blocker position getting the kill. 19-11 Southeastern. Nice serve all the way to the back row. And the serve is going to go on top of the net and over on the Southeastern side, but they get it over. Free ball for United. The attack from the right outside. Going to be a tough play to get the attack over. And it is a point for Southeastern. 20-11 the score. Service into the net from Sarah Shelton, side out United, 20-12 the score. Nearly an ace, but getting the save was Aubrey Houston. Little soft attack on United's end. The left outside, and it's going to turn into a kill. Courtesy of Addison Inman, the outside hitter, 21-12, Lady Sons. Back to serve the setter, Morgan Simmons. On the right outside. And there's a kill for the Red Storm, 21-13. There's been a lot of Lady Sons in this first set. They've had the lead essentially the entirety of this one. Red Storm working from behind. The attack into the Red Storm's end now. Just has to get it over. Free ball. Southeastern. And a kill up front for Addison Inman once again. 22-13. And we'll see Inman serve here for the Lady Suns. Inman with a nice serve. And just gonna touch the net. 2 hits, excuse me. 22-14, side out Red Storm. Checking in is Mia Carson. She's back to serve for the Red Storm. The left outside attack has a little too much on it. Sophia Campbell. Too much on that one. 22-15. Lady Suns in front over the Red Storm of United. Lady Suns of Southeastern. Lady Suns Volleyball. Presented by TSSR Game Time Live. Presented by MDH. That was a double presented by. Towards the back row, have the attack from the United. And way too much on that one. An attack error from Riley Hart. The deficit cut down to 6 for the Red Storm, 22-16. The varsity match to follow after the conclusion of this match. Still a guaranteed another set to go. The Lady Suns will pick up their 23rd point of the set. 23-16. Riley Hart back to serve. Hart with a nice serve. Attack to the left from Riley Tierney. And a set point coming for the Lady Suns. 24-16. They look to close out set 1 on top. Here's the attack. Nice dig. And they'll set up for the kill. And it is in. It stays in. And set number 1 in this JV matchup goes to Southeastern, the Lady Suns. This presentation is presented by MDH, with locations in Macomb and Augusta, and with 80 years of car sales experience, Ron Elby Auto Sales is your hometown go-to for your next car in Macomb on East Jackson Street. Stop in and talk to Justin, Jared, or Chris, or visit www.ronelby.com to check out their inventory. And Adams Experts. Looking for top-notch local computer sales and repair services? Call Adams Expert in Quincy, 217-214-3423. Again, 217-214-3423 for fast, friendly, and affordable assistance. We make technology work. That's Adams Expert, your go-to when your computer goes down. So set number 1 coming to a close. Southeastern winning that one 25-16, and we'll be back after this short break on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today and make your voice heard.
Southeastern Sports presented by Adams Fiber. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Another sponsor presented by Mudd Insurance Group. Thank you for tuning in to TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. This coverage of Southeastern Sun Sports is brought to you by Mudd Insurance Group and Grinnell Mutual. Contact Mudd Insurance today for all your home, auto, farm, commercial, life, health, and Medicare insurance needs. And live life knowing you're covered. Set number 2, just moments away. The Lady Suns taking set 1. 25-16 was the final in this JV match. And set number 2, Southeastern will look to wrap up the match here. The varsity one to follow after the conclusion of this one. And again, in set 1, it was essentially all the Lady Suns. They started out in front right away and just did not look back. You saw the Red Storm try to push their way back into it, but it was too little, too late. The deficit going all the way down to 6, 22-16 was the closest they got late. And then Southeastern responded with the next 3 rallies to take the first set in a 1-0 lead. So the service will go to the Red Storm here. And set 2 is off and running with a service error from Natalie Poston, and it's 1-0 Lady Suns. Back to serve is Morgan Simmons. Serve will go to the back row on the right side. There's the attack, and what a kill for the Red Storm. All mounted up at 1 apiece, courtesy of Rylan Tierney. Had a nice dig, finished off the rally with a kill. 1s apiece here in set 2. The libero Hall will serve. It's another service error. The Lady Suns with both of their points coming via that service error, 2-1. Addison Inman to serve for the Lady Suns. High set leads to a powerful attack. Nice dig, but it's an overpass. Free ball. Red Storm right outside. Nice set. Having to dive and take control of that one. Red Storm's turn to attack. Lady Suns the left outside. It's going to be a kill. Aubrey Houston caps off the rally there. 3-1 Lady Suns in front. Inman serves once again. Outside hitter. Standing at 5-2. Back row attack. Nearly a kill. Off place dig. Gonna turn into a free ball for the Red Storm. Nice attack. Too much though, so not quite nice, but you get the idea. Riley Tierney's been awfully busy to start this second set. 4-1. Lady Suns in front. Only 1 kill from Southeastern in this set. And that was courtesy of Aubrey Houston. There's Inman with the dig. Soft attack, but denying that attack and getting the kill. Izzy Keith. Or a net violation, excuse me. So Keith ended up touching the net while trying to take control of that kill. 5-1 Lady Suns. Trying to take care of the block, I should say. Meanwhile, Inman will get an ace, and it's 6-1. So kind of similar to how this last set started. The Lady Suns with a strong start. Now finishing off the second part, that is not looking back and holding on to this one. Still plenty of game to go, obviously. Back-to-back aces for Inman. 7-1, the last 6 have gone to Southeastern. Inman's serve will go into the net after back-to-back aces. Big side out for the Red Storm, 7-2. Checking into the game and serving is Mia Carson. See a free ball here for the Red Storm. Nice attack. Nice dig. Little soft toss over. On the right outside. That was Tierney again. That attack has too much on it. No, it does not. Does not have too much on it. It's a kill for Southeastern. It's Houston again, and it's a side out for the Lady Suns. 8-2 the score. Hart serving it for Southeastern. That attack was tipped, so it's a kill for the Red Storm. 8-3. Side out Red Storm. Into the game is Natalie Poston. Service goes over the net, tipped over the net, and ace. 8-4. Back-to-back rallies for the United Red Storm. 8-4. Tierney serves again. He's had a kill this set. Tack error, an ace. There's an attack into the net from Houston. 8-5 now. The Red Storm, after a slow start, look to wobble their way back into this one. Only trailing by 3. That's in, I believe. Let's see. They're going to call it in. It did hit right in front of the black line. So a service ace for Tierney again. Just perfectly placed to the back of play. And into the game is Jaden Miller for Southeastern. 8-6 now the score in set number 2. Free ball for the Red Storm. They look to add a 6th consecutive point, or 5th consecutive, and they will on the attack error. So 8-7, a 1-point set. Still plenty of match to go. See a sub for the Red Storm. That is Carissa Makovich. Did not touch the net. That was close. From the left outside. Red Storm's had a ton of momentum these last 5 after giving up the last 6 rallies and stopping the rally there. For the Lady Suns, Morgan Simmons with the kill. Side out Lady Suns. Miller serves, and it's an error. Back to within 1, 9-8. Is your score. Makovich serves. The attack from the left outside. From the left to the right for the Red Storm. Now to the left into the net from Houston. All knotted up, 9 apiece. So after that slow start for the Red Storms, falling all the way down to 7-1 was the score. Now 9-9, 8-2 run. And now a free ball for the Red Storm. They look to take their first lead of the set, and they will. 10-9, Ada Kunkel with the kill. And the lead for the Red Storm. They'll try it again, and this time it'll work from the left side from Houston. 10 apiece. Side out Lady Suns. Houston will serve this one. Houston serve on the way to the back row. It's the attack. Houston will take that dig. Up front, off the net. That's Inman who gets the dig. Inman now going to get the attack. That's the libero Miller. An attack error into the net from Poston. And the Lady Suns back in front, 11-10. Houston serve going wide to the left, out of bounds, 11 apiece. Side out, Red Storm. Have some subs. For the Red Storm, Cora Shimon checking in. Serving is Kunkel. Hall with the dig. Back row attack and a back row kill for Tierney. Red Storm take the lead once again, 12-11. Right now just back and forth ever since it was 9-9. Can someone go on a run? After what we saw in the beginning of the set, Hall gets the dig. There's the attack, but a lift. All even up again, 12 apiece for both sides. Side out, Lady Suns. That is Shelton serving. Attack just out from the right outside from Tierney. 13-12, Lady Suns take the lead halfway through. That was an overpass. Free ball for the Lady Suns, and it turns into a kill for Inman. 14-12 and a timeout for the Red Storm. Again, a 2-point lead now for the Lady Suns. Their biggest lead was 8-2, 7-1, and then it got knotted up at 9 apiece, and now 14-12 with Southeastern in front. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH and McDonough District Hospital. McDonough District Hospital athletic trainers and the MDH Rehabilitation Center, with locations in Bushnell and Macomb, provide expert help to student athletes in the prevention, care, and rehabilitation center of all athletic injuries. Learn more at mdh.org. McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring. Coming out of the timeout, the Lady Suns up by a pair. 14-12, first to 25 takes this one. Lady Suns can win the match if they get to 25 here. Biggest lead for the Lady Suns was 6. Biggest lead for the Red Storm this set was 2. It's a kill for the Red Storm, back to within 1. 14-13 the score. Got some subs on the Red Storm's end. Jensen Parkins checks in and will serve, looking to tie things up again at 14. Nice dig, a lot of airtime. Attack with the right hand. Hall. Soft attack from Tierney. He's had a great set 2. Tierney again. Nice dig on the Lady Suns end, but a rough set ties up the set at 14 apiece. Parkins will serve. Got the tie. Will she get the lead? From the left outside. Here comes Tierney. That typically means trouble. And there it is. Another kill for Tierney this set. And the lead once again for the Red Storm. 15-14. Our good friend Dwayne got a little too excited. Threw a ball on the play. 15-14, the Red Storm coming out of the timeout have taken the last 3 and have taken the lead away from the Lady Suns. There's the attack. That's Hall in the back row with the dig. Tierney, that's blocked. Are they going to get it over? They will. What a play on the Red Storm's end after the block to respond. Tierney this time denied again, staying on the Red Storm's end. Some great defense from the Lady Suns. No doubt the most exciting rally of the night. Who will take this one? Hall starts with a dig. Doesn't set it up for Tierney. Nearly a collision between Houston and Miller. It's over back onto the Red Storm's end. Tierney trying to end it. There it is, a kill for Tierney. The Red Storm back up by a pair. A lot of excitement in that rally, and specifically because Tierney, with the powerful attacks that she's had tonight, was denied twice in that rally, and the team stuck by her side, able to get it over on both occasions and setting it up for the kill the third time through. That's a service error. Side out Lady Suns back to within one, 16-15. Tierney again, too much. And once again, knotted up 16 apiece. It was 9-9, 12-12, 14-14, now 16 all. Tierney will try and keep it in here. She does. Back row dig, and it falls in between Houston and Inman. And the ladies, and the Red Storm, excuse me, are back up by one. 17-16 the score as they look to force a third set here. You saw the rallies and the momentum late in set number one. You wondered if they were going to take it over into this set, as there's an ace for Hall. And the answer has clearly been yes. A timeout has to be taken by the Lady Suns here. They've now fallen down by two. It's been their biggest deficit of the night on a few occasions. MTC Communications, having slow, unreliable internet, just doesn't cut it in 2025. MTC Communications offers lightning fast, reliable fiber internet, video, phone service, and camera systems to the McDonough, Henderson, and Hancock County areas. Visit mfc.crowdfiber.com to check your availability today. So 18-6, Red Storm in front as a timeout used by the Lady Suns. And again, their biggest deficit this set has been two. They've had the big lead in this set, but it slipped away, and it's been back and forth, and you've seen the seesaw kind of teeter-totter towards the Red Storm's end now. The Lady Suns will look to take control back. Hall will start with a serve, and coming out of the timeout, it's an ace for the Red Storm, and their biggest lead of the set at three. 19-16 the score. The varsity match to follow between these two squads. A service error might be what the Lady Suns need to pick up some momentum and try and inch back into this one. Only down by a pair now. Inman will serve. Nearly a collision from the back end. Hall a part of that. An attack up front from Tierney. Just going to get it over is Hart. There's Tierney again. Another kill. Up by three again, the Red Storm. 20-17. And checking into the game is Mia Carson, who will serve a 3-point lead. She's got to get it over. Is Hart. Free ball, Red Storm. The attack. Nice dig. There's Houston. And a violation. So that'll be a Lady Suns point. Back to within two. Side out Lady Suns. Riley Hart is back to serve. Southeastern and United, an exciting set two. A lift will make this a 1-point set now, 20-19. Hart serves again, looking to tie it at 20 all. The Red Storm looks to have other plans, so that's Hart with the dig, and it goes into the net. Point for the Red Storm. Back up 2. Tierney will serve. Have some subs as well. Poston checks in for United. 21-19. Hart. Miller. Up front, and a kill for Izzy Keith. 22-19 the score now. Red Storm on the verge of forcing set 3. Tierney serves again. And hesitation from Inman on hitting that. It's an ace. And once again, the biggest lead of the set now. Up 4 are the Red Storm, and the Lady Suns have to use their second and final timeout of this set. Sports Corner at 124. Macomb's original local sports bar is Sports Corner at 124 with a focus on local sports. Catch WIU games and all the area TSSR Game Time live broadcasts at Sports Corner at 124. All while enjoying your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Stop in and say hi at 124 North Randolph Street in Macomb. Shout out one of the servers there, Kelsey Hutchins, who works there. And it's a 23-19 lead coming out of this timeout. The Red Storm not going down. The last lead that the Lady Suns had was 16-15. And ever since then, the Red Storm just having the edge. Just has to punch it over. Not a lot of coordination so far in Southeastern's end, and it's a kill from the right side. So set point coming here by virtue of the Kunkel kill. 24-19. Lady Suns have had a rally of 6. They'll need that here to try and end it. There's one. 24-20. Jaden Miller checks in to serve. Hall and overpass. Free ball. Lady Suns, the attack all the way to the back row for Tierney. Off-balanced attack, but it does get over. Right now, just back and forth we go. Not a whole lot of coordination. But now the Lady Suns with a more coordinated attack on their end. That's going to be a long over for a free ball from Hall. The Lady Suns just can't get it over. And the Red Storm takes set 2. They force a third set, 25-20 the final. And set number 2, 25-16 in set 1. We're going to take a short break, but on the other side, it's set 3, and we'll figure out who's going to win this match when we come back.
When my parents told me they'd be using Adams Experts, I felt a bit replaced. I mean, they always called me to remove their viruses or get their printer connected to Wi-Fi. He even set up their new Roku.
How do I adopt a new son?
But then he taught me a few things. And now, we're like tech brothers.
Adams Experts. Repair, maintenance, and setup for all your home technology needs.
The KitchenAid fan-enabled Pro Dry system combines a heating element and fan for optimal drying performance. It circulates hot air around dishes to give them a thorough dry. Choose the extended Pro Dry option to add an extra 15 minutes of heated drying for loads that need it. Dishes come out dry and sparkling, ready for more enjoying. Slide it back to make room for whatever you're storing. Or pull it forward and use it as an additional full-depth shelf. Make room for ingredients of all sizes.
and knotted up 1 set apiece. The Lady Suns and the Red Storms, a third set coming up here in just about a minute or so. And Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in because purple stands out. At WIU, there is limitless potential with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out. Clearly my education has not stood out. Can't say the word limitless correctly. I couldn't say cooperative correctly last week, so I guess tongue twisters on my end. But what I can tell you right now is someone's going to win this match in this set, as it's set 3 in just about 30 seconds. Going to 25 in a varsity match between these two squads to follow. Take a short break after that and come back with the varsity match after this one. It was all Lady Suns in set 1. Really not a doubt of the Red Storm coming back in that one. They inched all the way down to 6, which again, they were down by as much as 12. Then they got back into it in set 2. They took control in the midway through point as they fell behind 8-2 early. But they inched their way back into it and just took control in the second half of that set. And here we are, set 3, a service for the Red Storm. And off we go. This JV matchup, United and Southeastern. A lot of excitement. And leading things off, the Lady Suns with a point, 1-0. And back to serve is Morgan Simmons. It's an ace on a reception error from the libero. That was Hall. Wanted to go straight in those situations, or even if slightly to the right, just had too much power on that and too much step towards the right. So that's how that one went into the bleachers. Hart with the attack, just fighting and getting it over. Here's the Red Storm up front, and it's an attack error, not close to the left from Inman. 2-1 and side out Red Storm. Checking into the game up front is Izzy Keith. Hall's gonna serve. That's Hart. Tierney. A big part of set 2 was Tierney, and because nobody else hit that, that's a kill. Knotted up at 2 apiece are the Red Storm and Lady Suns. This one goes to 25. Hall will serve. Hart will get that dig. Nice attack. Hall on both knees getting the dig, and the attack from Tierney goes into the net, and the Lady Suns are now back up 1, 3-2. Inman will serve. High set, high attack. Too much on that.
I got it.
Did you hear our friend Dwayne getting that volleyball? It's a nice ball shagger. I know Western might need some of those. 4-2 is the score. Tierney just jumping up and taking control of that one on the over. Too much on the dig. That's going to get over. Hall's going to take the bump. Free ball. Wow, what an attack from Tierney, and an even better dig. It's a point for the Lady Suns. Oh my goodness, what a play. Tierney just put all power into that one. And that was Shelton who was able to respond on that heck of a play from Tierney. There's Shelton again. Hart up front and ends up with the kill, as running into each other was Hall and Kunkel. Hall looked like she was going to get the set there after the bump from Kunkel, but they just ran into each other, and the point goes to the Lady Suns. Their lead's up to 4. Tierney going to look to get their team back into it. That's how you do it, with a kill. 6-3 and a side-out Red Storm. Checking into the game and serving, Mia Carson. Carson will serve. Shelton with the dig. Hart with the attack. From the back row, that was a tough one from Miller in air. Goes into the base of the net, 7-3. Lady Suns up 4 again. Hart serves. Tough dig, having to go past the line. And an overpass, but it works out either way. For the Lady Sun, their lead is now up to 5, and having to take a timeout is the Red Storm. 8-3, Lady Suns in front in this third set. Ron LB Auto Sales with locations in Macomb and Augusta, and with 80 years of car sales experience, Ron LB Auto Sales is your hometown go-to for your next car. In Macomb on East Jackson Street, stop in and talk to Justin, Jared, or Chris, or visit www.ronlb.com to check out their inventory. Again, that's Justin, Jared, or Chris to stop in and talk to there. 8-3, Lady Suns in front. Exactly how this set 2, well, almost exactly how set 2 started. A big lead, 8-2 was the score there. And then the Red Storm fought their way back into it. See if the Lady Suns will keep this on cruise control. Coming out of the timeout, a kill for Tierney. It's 8-4. Side out for the Red Storm, and they needed that. Checking into the match for the first time in this one, in this set, is Poston. An ace, that's in. And it's 8-5, deficit back down to 3. And here it is, coming out of the timeout, the Red Storm, both the rallies so far. Tierney will serve again. Looks to repeat that, easiest way to get a point. Hart, tough dig, but enough air time, which allowed for the set to be made, and the free ball now for the Red Storm. It's the attack, and perfectly placed. A kill for Izzy Keith. Deficit now down to 2. 8-6. Tierney serves. Just out. Hart and Inman letting that fall in between them. A big side out for the Lady Suns. They're back up 3. Miller serving. Hall. Her bump goes off the net. Or, excuse me, nearly going off the net. And the attack goes out. But it did tip off of a Red Storm, and it's a kill for Inman in the lead. Now back up to 4 at 10-6 for the Suns. Lady Suns, 10-6. And set number 3, Hall. Off balance set. That's Shelton near the front, and denying and taking control of that was Keith for the kill. Side out Red Storm, 10-7. It's Keith coming out, and coming in to serve is Makovich. From the right side. Serve towards the back row for Hart. On the attack, Houston. That's Tierney taking the dig. On the attack and getting the kill is Poston. 10-8. The varsity squad watching Southeastern, some of the players. Their match coming up after this one. 10-8. Lady Suns. Hart starts it off with a dig. Houston looks for the attack towards the back row. Tierney with the dig. Poston again over. Inman gets the dig there. That's Shelton with the attack and kill. Lady Suns back up 3 at 11-8. Houston back to serve. Checking back in is Hall, the libero for United. Attack into the, off the top of the net, able to get over for Shelton, who had to get the dig and just hit it over. Try again. Another one that tips off the net. This time it falls in the Red Storm's favor. Kunkel with the kill. 11-9 the score. Shimon checks in for United. Shelton, the set that just goes over. They'll regroup again and hit the attack off the net for Houston. Attack error makes this a 1-point set. Was once 8-3 in this set. Almost identical of a comeback to the last one. Houston will try again here. Tierney in the back row getting the bump there. Poston just spikes it right into the net. Lady Suns will take that one, 12-10. Shelton back to serve for Southeastern. All control in set one, and then these last two sets, it's just been constant momentum from the Red Storm when down and just taking charge to take the lead. Free ball, Red Storm. And the kill. Not sure if contact was made from Shimon, but if it wasn't, that would have been Kunkel with the kill. But either or, big parts of that play. Back within one. Houston. Hart. Just got to get it over, and it goes off the net. An attack error from Miller. For the second set in a row, we are knotted up at a dozen apiece. How many times will we see the rest of the way? Shelton, Simmons, Inman, Miller, Tierney, blocked by Hart. Wow. And the lead for the Lady Suns. That's the kind of play you need to go on a run. Can the Lady Suns do that? Serve just goes over. Tierney had the set. Now she has the attack. Simmons, Hart, off the net from Houston. Attack error, and the momentum goes away just like that. Hall back to serve, side out Red Storm. Lucky number 13, the Baker's dozen for both sides. First to 25. Hart, the set, not a lot of hang time, and an attack error again. This time too much on it. The Red Storm in front, 14-13. Hart just able to get a piece of that one. That goes over, and it turns into a kill. Just some miscommunication from Tierney. Knotted up at 14. Inman serves. Just gonna jump, take control, and the lead. 15-14. Izzy Keith. Side out Red Storm. Mia Carson checks in and will serve for the Red Storm, up one. A lot of airtime there. Simmons, Hart. tipped off of Hart and a kill. Izzy Keith. The lead grows to 2 for United, 16-14. Carson serves. On the left end for Houston. Hart. Attack. Nice set to get it over. And a back row kill. Wow. Did not see that one coming from the back end from Parkins. And a timeout called by the Lady Suns. We'll take a short break. 17-14 Red Storm in front.
Oh, hey there. Didn't see ya. Jerry D from Mr. D on Amazon Prime. I'm just way out here, painting, with my thoughts. It's where I come to breathe and let everything just flow onto my canvas. But I'm not alone. I'm out here with the GigaSpire Blast. Keeps my connectivity strong, so I have no interruptions. So I can watch and I can paint freely, no distractions and no interruptions. Bye for now.
And coming out of the timeout, Red Storm up 3. That's the Lady Suns' first that they used in this set. So they have 1 remaining. So do the Red Storm. Attack, Inman. Nice dig. A set from Simmons. Hart just gets it over. Free ball. And just a lot of miscoordination. And the Lady Suns will take the point there. Just riding along the net on what was looking to be a prime free ball for the Lady Suns. Turns into a free point, some would rather say. 17-15, and the attack too much on that one. And now back to within 1. Hart will serve. 17-16 Red Storm. Attack goes over to the Red Storm's end. Tierney. Nice dig from Inman. That's Simmons setting it up for Shelton, who will hit it over. The attack, did it stay in? They said it was tipped. It's a kill up front for Keith. A big point there for the Red Storms to keep the lead to 2. Tierney back to serve. Inman with the dig. Shelton with the attack. Free ball, Lady Suns. Can they take advantage? Houston running into the net. Net violation and a point for the Red Storm. Back up 3. Tierney to serve. Into the net. Service error. Side out Lady Suns. You'll see Miller check in here, and she will serve. 19-17. Set 3. 25-16 in set 1 in favor of the Lady Suns. 25-20 in set 2 in favor of the Red Storm, and now 19-17 in set 3. Miller just has to get that bump. There's the attack, and it goes right into the net. A prime position from Poston. But just couldn't get it over. Miller to serve. Looking to tie things up. Nice effort on the dig. Hall gets the set. It falls. We're tied up at 19. And a timeout is going to be called from the Red Storm. Their second and final of the match. Adams Experts, looking for top-notch local computer sales and repair services. Call Adams Experts in Quincy, 217-214-3423. Again, 217-214-3423 for fast, friendly, and affordable assistance. We make technology work. That's Adams Experts, your go-to when your computer goes down. So the Lady Suns coming out of that timeout While the Red Storm's still talking about it, might as well take advantage of what is going to be your final timeout as a team of the match. Lady Suns, of course, could take one, and I would expect they would. The 19-19 score, you might see it, you might not. We'll see. But it's 19 apiece. After the miscommunication, Tierney a part of that. Has been so good tonight. Miller serves. And once again, miscommunication. They just have to get it over, and they will. Hart, free ball. Suns, for the Lady Suns, that is, excuse me. Shelton gets it over. There's the attack, and they're going to come away with the point kill from Keith. 2019, Red Storm. That's one of those rallies where you thought the Lady Suns had essentially a 99% chance of coming away with that one. But the Red Storm take it. 2019 right now. Hart just takes it in front of Inman on the overpass. Free ball, Lady Suns. Hart, Simmons, Houston. Just got to get it over. Free ball, Lady Suns. Shelton, Houston. All the way to the back row for Tierney. That's Poston. Inman. Houston again. And getting the attack error as it goes off the base of the net. Red Storm up 2. 21-19. 4 away from a match win after losing the first set. Nearly an ace. Just having to get it over. Free ball. Miller. Shelton will just hit it over. Another free ball. Red Storm. Poston. That's Hart with the dig. Let's see, they're going to say 2. 2 hits there. The lead grows up to 3. Simmons with the error there. Timeout, Lady Suns. And that was something that you did not want to see coming out of the timeout from the Red Storms. Was a 3-0 run with only 6 points to play. Now only 3. MTC Communications. Are you having slow, unreliable internet? It just doesn't cut it in 2025. MTC Communications offers lightning-fast, reliable fiber internet, video, phone service, and camera systems to the McDonough, Henderson, and Hancock County areas. Visit mtc.crowdfiber.com to check your availability. Macomb's original local sports bar is Sports Corner at 124 with a focus on local sports. Catch all the WIU games and all area TSSR Game Time live broadcasts at Sports Corner at 124, all while enjoying your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Stop in and say hi at 124 North Randolph Street in Macomb. Coming out of the timeout, what a dig from Hart. Simmons gets it over. There's the attack, and there's the kill. That's Kunkel. 2 away for the Red Storm. Matkovich serves. Inman, just an overpass. Free ball, Red Storm again. Poston, kill, set. Match point coming your way. 24-19, a 5-0 run ever since the Red Storm took a timeout. Since then, the first 3, a timeout from the Lady Suns, the last 2. No timeouts for either side. Miller. Tough attack for Houston, but she gets it over. Tierney from the back row. Simmons, back row attack, Inman. On the Red Storm's end now, Keith. Miscommunication, they just have to get it over to stay in it. Inman does just that. Keith again. Inman. Keith near the net. Just gotta get it over, they won't. Keith seals the deal with the attack, kill, set, and match. Red Storm come from behind. They take this match in 3. 25-19 the final in this third set, 25-20, the final in set 2, and all the Lady Suns in set 1 was 25-16, and really barely any life from the Red Storms until late in that first set. They used that momentum to take sets 2 and 3, 25-20 and 25-19. The varsity match is coming your way in just a little bit, probably 15, 20 minutes, 7:25, 7:30, the estimated start time, and we'll have that for you right here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. And Adams Fiber as well, the presentation for Southeastern Sports again. That's Adams Fiber, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We'll be right back with the varsity match. See ya.